When She Met Michael. A poem by me. She didn't mean to cross into his world. She wasn't chasing divinity. She only wanted stillness. The kind that doesn't ask her to smile, doesn't ask her to explain. The path wasn't marked. It was something she felt, like gravity pulling not down, but inward, past noise, past memory, past the versions of herself she kept performing. And then, he was there. Michael, not a statue, not a vision from scripture. He didn't radiate holiness in the way she expected. He just stood there, anchored in something ancient and unbearably calm. He looked at her, like he saw the war beneath her skin. The questions she had stopped asking, because the answers never came. She didn't kneel. He didn't float. It wasn't sacred. It was human. And that was the most holy thing about it.
"Tell me," he said, "why do you carry so much? As if the world was yours alone to save."
She opened her mouth, but nothing came. Not at first. Because no one had ever asked her that. Not without expecting something back. So she told him. All of it. The anger. The guilt. The fear that she was never enough. The night she smiled through because everyone needed her to be fine. The ache of being strong for too long. He listened, the way mountains listen. Unmoving, unshaken, but alive. Then he said,
"Strength is not what you've been taught. It's not in silence or self-denial, or how much you can carry without breaking. It's in knowing when to set things down. It's in allowing softness to exist alongside the fire. It's in knowing you were never meant to do this alone."
She asked him.
Then why do I feel alone?
And he answered,
"Because the world taught you to armor up before you ever got a chance to grow wings."
She stood there, not sure if she felt understood or undone. Maybe both. Before she turned to leave, he touched her shoulder just once. And the touch wasn't light. It was grounding, as if to remind her that angels don't always come to lift you up. Sometimes they come to remind you you're still allowed to stand. She walked away, not with a miracle, not with clarity, but with something better. Permission. To rest, to question, to begin again, on her own terms. And maybe that, in its own quiet way, was salvation.
Life teaches us early on to be strong, to keep going, to carry what hurts in silence. But what it doesn't always teach is this. Strength doesn't mean staying silent when your soul is tired. It doesn't mean pushing through until you break. True strength is softer, quieter. It's in the moment you stop pretending to be okay and finally let yourself feel. It's in being vulnerable enough to say, "I'm not fine today," and letting someone meet you in that space. You are not weak for needing rest. You are not a burden for asking for support. And you are not falling behind just because your healing isn't loud or fast. Some of the most powerful transformations happen slowly, in the quiet, when no one else is watching. So give yourself grace. You don't have to prove your worth through pain. You already have worth simply because you're still here, still trying, still holding on in your own way. The Vision, a poem by me. She was just a girl with dirt on her shoes and 1,000 silent questions tucked behind her eyes. The day breathed quiet, the kind of quiet that waits pregnant with something divine. Above her, clouds still, birdsong stopped mid-note. Even the wind seemed to lean in, listening. And then the veil tore. Not a violent rip, but a soft unraveling, like fabric soaked in light coming undone at the seams of reality. Was lifted not by hands, but by meaning. The world fell away, and she rose into a place where time melted and everything pulsed with knowing. She stood in a field not made of grass, but of silver threads of energy, each one singing. And then the woman appeared. She did not walk. She simply wastel, radiant, ancient. Her skin shimmered like deep water in moonlight. Her hair cascaded like strands of night sky, laced with stardust and storms. Her eyes, unbearable and soft, like they had watched the world die and be born again 1,000 times. She looked into the girl, nodded her and smiled.
You are awake now.
She said. The girl tried to speak, but no words came, only tears that tasted like memories she hadn't lived yet. The woman moved closer and still did not touch her, but the girl felt her anyway, like warmth flooding. The woman spoke again, and this time her voice was layered. One voice, then many, then all things speaking as one.
You were not made for silence. You were made to ring like thunder in the halls of injustice. You are not broken, child. You are blooming in a world that tried to bury you. You come from the fire and you carry its light. But you are not here to burn the world. You are here to remind it how to feel warmth again. They will not understand you, but understand this. Your truth is older than their opinions. You will lose things. You will be left. You will grieve the versions of yourself you outgrow, but you will rise anyway. Each time, brighter. Protect your softness. Let no one shame the tenderness in you. That is where your power lives. You were not made to kneel. You were made to stand with grace, to walk with purpose, to speak even when your voice shakes.
The girl trembled, not from fear, but from the weight of something ancient, stirring awake inside her. Visions washed over her, whole futures blooming and fading like breath on glass. She saw herself saying no. She saw herself forgiving. She saw herself becoming someone she hadn't yet dared to imagine. The light folded back into the sky. The field dissolved into soil, and she was standing once more on the earth she thought she knew. But nothing would ever be the same. The wind picked up again, gentle, carrying the last words of the woman, like a secret meant just for her.
You saw, now go. Sometimes life gets quiet because you're meant to hear yourself for the first time. That lost feeling you have, it's not failure, it's a doorway, a shift. You're not falling apart. There will be moments in your life that change you, not loud, not dramatic, but still powerful. You might not see glowing figures or walk through dream worlds, but if you really listen, your own soul will guide you. And when it does, trust it. Because deep down, you already know who you are becoming. Here's the truth. Not everyone will understand you. Some people will doubt your path, mock your softness, or try to make you smaller. But like the woman in the poem says, you were not made to kneel. You were made to stand with grace. You are who you are made to be. Don't let people take away that light when they know that they don't deserve it.